Stage 3 is where a lot of smart professionals quietly burn out. Not because they fail, but because things finally start working and they try to add assets faster than their life can cope. If you're mid-career, decent income, maybe you've bought a rental or started investing, but every month still feels tense, this is the stage you're in. Today I want to show you what stage 3 and stage 4 really look like. The burnout trap I fell into, and the quieter way freedom actually feels when Monday stops owning you. Because stage 3 is where I got it wrong. I'm Chris. I built a multi-million-pound property portfolio while working full-time, and today I live on my passive income. But I didn't start here. I carried the pressure alone for years, and it took a toll. I learned the hard way so you don't have to. In the last two videos, we talked about the first half of the journey, stage 1, where life feels normal but fragile. Stage 2, where you build the wall at the cliff edge so one shock doesn't wipe you out. Today, we move inland, because once you stop living on the edge, the question becomes, how do you grow without losing yourself in the process? Stage 3 feels exciting at first. You've got a gap, you've got some protection, you've got confidence, and opportunities start appearing. For some people, that's property. For others, it's pensions, stocks, promotions, side businesses, more responsibility. It doesn't matter what the vehicle is. Stage 3 is defined by one thing: growth in complexity without matching protection. You add commitments, you add moving parts, you add pressure. And even though things look better on paper, you're still closer to the cliff than you realise. This is the part people don't talk about. Stage 3 without protection is just a more complicated version of stage 1. This is where I need to be honest. When I hit stage 3, I didn't slow down. I built a small portfolio, bought houses, added value, refinanced. On paper, I was doing well, but underneath it, I was exposed. No real personal buffer, no protection around the assets, just my active income holding everything together. I was building shelters inland without finishing the wall at the cliff edge. At the time, I told myself I was being brave, ambitious, driven. In reality, I was living life on the edge. I remember a period where everything felt heavy. Every phone call felt urgent. Every tenant issue felt personal. Every delay felt dangerous. I wasn't failing, but I was exhausted. Eventually, I sold the portfolio. At the time, it felt like failure. Looking back, it was feedback, and that feedback changed everything. After that, something different happened. I didn't chase speed. I didn't chase scale. I changed how I grew. Better locations, better tenants, better systems. I stopped trying to do everything myself. I invested in knowledge before assets. I treated property and money like a business, not a hustle. That's when stage 3 stopped breaking me and started building something sustainable. And this is the real lesson of stage 3. Growth only works when protection grows with it. Not hype, not bravado, not one big move. Measured steps, learning first, and always asking, does this keep me safely away from the cliff? Stage 4 isn't loud. It doesn't arrive with fireworks. For me, it arrived with a phone call. A few weeks ago, an old colleague rang me. They were dealing with a messy situation at work, a contractor dispute I'd been involved in over a year ago. Non-compliance reports, emails, back and forth. I helped where I could, then I put the phone down and quietly sighed. Not out loud, just to myself. Thank the universe I don't have to deal with that anymore. That's stage 4. Not yachts, not Instagram. It's relief. It's knowing bad meetings, bad clients, bad bosses are optional. It's your life being covered by work you don't have to show up to daily. You might still work, I do, but the difference is simple. Monday doesn't own you anymore. Here's the full picture. Stage 1. You're standing on the cliff edge, pretending it's fine. Stage 2. You build a wall, brick by brick, so you don't fall. That wall is your emergency buffer. Stage 3. You build shelters in front of the wall, income streams, assets, options. And once you've built enough shelters in front of the wall, they push the wall, your protection further inland. The assets become your protection, and the cliff edge stops mattering. That's autonomy. And the people who struggle most, they skip the wall and wonder why the shelters keep collapsing. If you're in stage 3 and feeling stretched, this matters. Your next step isn't another asset. It isn't more hustle. It's protection. Because growth without protection doesn't make you free. It just makes you fragile in more places. This series isn't a shortcut. It's a map. And if this landed uncomfortably, that's usually a sign you're closer than you think. Tell me in the comments, are you growing or are you protecting what you've already built? Because there is another way, and it's quieter and steadier than you've been led to believe.